Wow, this inner world is in response to a question and a comment by a subscriber, something she calls cognitive unblocking, which I had never heard of before. But she says it's a breakthrough that causes the brain to speed up in various ways. And well, she was talking about experience she had working with AI. This can happen when you're working with a coach or a therapist, I imagine, or just journaling. She said she was astonished by the stream of questions that began to emerge suddenly when she was immersed in a chat with someone else or with AI because it enabled nonlinear thinking. So she said over the last few weeks since she's been doing this, she found it so helpful, and the surprising speed especially happened. And I think that's a really fascinating concept because whoever's enabling that, when you first of all remove the pressure, so that means removing the judgment when you're talking to certain people or the pressure that you have to perform, that's going to block off your brain. Then it's going to cause anxiety, and then nothing good can happen from that. So when you need to unblock, you need to be in an atmosphere where the pressure is off. And also the elements she describes is when you're processing out loud with somebody or something else. So that helps you sort out your thoughts. Sometimes you're just all alone internally. You can't really see what you're thinking, hear what you're thinking, organize what you're thinking. So that makes sense to me too. If you need prompts to think, you need just the right amount of stimulation to when you're having trouble getting this cognitive unblocking that she's calling it. But we all know what that feels like with ADHD, where we just can't think at all. We can't figure out what to do. We can't move. And something has to unlock that. So sometimes it's prompts from other people in a gentle way. Sometimes it's the right amount of stimulation, just like something interesting that's happening, or music that's happening, or somebody else that you like talking to comes into the room. Something unblocks you, and then you're off again, and you can build momentum again. But when your brain is turned off, it can feel very frightening that you can't make it work. So you need the right amount of stimulation, the right amount of structure. So you don't want somebody making you think too much. You need the right amount of space for your brain. You need someone to help you structure the thoughts, and then you need support. So those three things, I think, are really critical for many areas where your brain isn't working. A favorite song that I turn on every day to get my brain working, it's Vivaldi, in case anybody asks, Four Seasons, winter. But you need to get something that will help your brain get unblocked. And you need to get the stress off, because when you're putting stress on yourself, putting pressure on yourself, your brain is not going to work. So I thank the subscriber for this questions, and I'm happy her experience has been so beneficial to her. And she's also talking about the speed. So once you have momentum, your brain can start working more and more and more and more efficiently. It's just that beginning, getting your brain working when it's completely at a dead stop. So thank you very much for your question. And signing off for now.